Hi, welcome to Tutorials Point. In this video series, we are going to begin a technology which is nowadays very much in demand in the applications you create under .NET framework. And here we are going to start WCF, stands for Windows Communication Foundation. So basically, when this technology was created, it was called Indigo, but later, as per its work, it was renamed to the WCF. Basically, we will create these services. As earlier, we used to work with the technologies like ASP.NET Web Services in order to create a service. Now, we will use the WCF in order to create the services. As it is mentioned, like it is used to build the service-oriented application. Means whatever we'll do here in WCF, we will be creating a service which will be consumed later by an application. So it is used to build the distributed and interoperable application. Distributed application means when you will create an application, the different components may get deployed in the different systems and later they can establish a communication through the network. And the interoperable application. Interoperable application means whatever services you will be creating here in WCF will be compatible with the previous version of services as well, that is the ASP.NET Web Services. Here, the new thing which you will get in WCF and which was not there in ASP.NET Web Services is it will provide you multiple endpoints. Actually, there was nothing wrong with the performance or anything with the ASP.NET Web Services. But the only concern was that only the web application with the HTTP protocol can accept the web services. But if you create the application of any other type, that is any Windows application or mobile application, you will not be able to consume those web services. But as here you can see, we have the multiple endpoints to provide service to the different type of clients. Means if there is any application who is looking for a binary communication using maybe SOAP protocol, so you can again use this WCF for communicating with that kind of application. Now, here we can see some more differences with the web services and in WCF. As in the web services, it is for the web application, so you can only host it in IIS. But here in WCF, you can host this service in IIS, that is Internet Information Service. You can host it in WAS. You can do self-hosting. Self-hosting means you will create an application as a server which will host the WCF service. And in the Windows services as well. During this video series, we will cover each and every kind of hosting, what we can do with the WCF. Access through HTTP. As I said earlier, it meant only for the web application which communicates through HTTP. So you can only use this service with the HTTP protocol. But as here you can see, it can be accessed from HTTP, TCP, MSMQ, that is message queuing of Microsoft, PEEP2P. It cannot be multi-threaded and ASP.NET Web Services, but here you can use service behavior class to make the multi-threading in the WCF. Only SOAP and XML is used, means when you used to deploy or you want to consume the web service in any web application, you used to add the reference and at that particular time you used to get the visual document and the SOAP, which was using the SOAP and XML. But here we can go through the different kind of bindings, that is TCP binding, basic HTTP binding, WS HTTP binding. That WS HTTP binding is basically the web services which is compatible to these ASP.NET Web Services. So as you can see, we have a lot of more options while we are working with WCF rather than ASP.NET Web Services. So what all we have to do while working with it? First of all, you will have to create a service, means any code, any sort of methods which you want to create. Then you have to host that. As we have already seen the different kind of hosting like IIS, WAS, self-hosting of Windows services, you can go for any kind of hosting. And once you have hosted, you would be having a client which will consume these WCF services. So while implementing, we will cover each and every aspect of this. We'll see how to create the service, how to host that in various fashions, and then how to consume it. So this is all about this video. In our next video, we will see some more basic components of WCF before directly starting with the implementation.